Okay, dude, I got snake stories coming up. So if you don't like snake stories, what are you doing here?
Yeah, leave.
If you do like snake stories and you have not liked, subscribed, and or followed This Is Truly News, please like, subscribe, and or follow This Is Truly News.
Or leave.
No, scratch that.
Okay.
Like, subscribe, and follow This Is Truly News anyway. That way, if we do something you don't like, just ignore us. I mean, really, we've been ignored by better.
Yeah, you're not so hot.
No, we are. If you look at who's ignored us,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pretty damn impressive list.
Nearly 8 billion people.
Roughly. Like, subscribe, follow. These are your orders.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
Kids Corner.
Is it doodled?
Yeah, a little bit. Hats off to the waiter that kept a straight face as my 5-year-old ordered the vagina for lunch instead of the lasagna.
You were damn lucky I wasn't drinking something.
Instead of the lasagna.
I'd have went with the lasagna, kid. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm sure that the child was correct. It's like when my son Drew had a figurine of Dr. Octopus, Doc Ock, and he was explaining to my neighbor, this is Dr. Octopus, and these are his testicles.
All 8 of them?
Well, yeah. Walk proud, Doc Ock.
Walk proud.
Please pray for my teen who forgot to jump and touch the door frame before entering a room today. Doesn't that just sound like a young teen, though?
Little OCD activity going on. Oh, yeah. I
would like to officially apologize to my toddler for cutting her left pancake before I cut her right pancake. I didn't know what I was thinking.
Really? What's going on in your head? Yeah. I mean, come on. Any parent should know that.
Been searching for my 4-year-old's dog who is lost somewhere in the house. Her imaginary dog
is lost somewhere in the house.
We still haven't found him. She's crying.
The dog?
No.
Well, no, because that would give away where he's hiding.
And finally,
thank you.
I let my toddler play with my phone today.
Oh, so that can't end badly.
Everything is in Spanish, and I have 273 pictures of her left hand. She's just trying to get the light right.
Which, by the way, is a beautiful left hand.
It's cute and pudgy.
It's an impeccable left hand. Snake stories.
Ooh.
I have 2 of them. Sorry.
All righty, go.
An Indian boy recently turned the tables on an attacking cobra.
Really?
8-year-old Deepak was playing in the backyard of his home when he ran into a rather unwelcome visitor. An unidentified species of cobra had slithered on into the yard.
Wow.
Okay, you got to give them that. Snakes have the coolest way to move. They slither.
Yeah.
Other people walk, run, jog, crawl, blah, blah.
Exactly, right.
They slither. As Deepak, now 8 years old, right, unknowingly disturbed the snake, it decided to do what snakes do when they're, disturbed. According to local media, the cobra lunged at Deepak, coiled itself around his arm, and then sank its fangs into his hand.
Ooh.
So the snake bites the boy bites the snake.
Ooh.
Twice.
Dispatching the evil demon?
He won, yeah.
Wow.
By the end of it, the snake was dead, and he was heading to the hospital after telling mom and dad what happened. He suffered 0 harm from the snake bite except for the puncture wounds. The animal did not inject any venom during its attack. And the question, of course, in your head now is?
Why?
Well, according to Dr. Minge, this kind of snake attack is called a dry bite. If you check livescience.com, I'm guessing, people get bitten by snakes about 5.4 million times every year. We're going to do math here.
Oh, crap.
Out of those 5.4 million bites, 2.7 actually inject venom.
So 58.
Roughly.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd be pretty close to 58%. Yeah.
You can do percentages in your head?
No, I just make them up as I go along, and no one ever argues when you say percent afterwards. Of those 2.7 million injected venom bites, 138,000 die from them.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say, though, when a bite was dry or not, people do tend to panic and misidentify the snake that bit them, which is the biggest thing, because there are a lot of non-venomous snakes that will bite you.
Correct.
Because they all, after all, have fangs, because what fun would it be to be a snake if you couldn't slither and have fangs?
Right.
But even dry bites can be dangerous. They can cause serious infection, which could be mistaken for, here's your word for the day, envenomation.
Envenomation?
That's when you've been envenomated.
By a slitherine.
Exactly.
Them's the worst kind.
They're the only kind. The most common suspected reason why snakes deliver dry bites is
they don't want to kill you. They just want to make you let go of them.
Well, they say energy conservation. I say laziness. It takes a lot of work and food for a snake to produce its venom. So if it can get away by scaring you with a dry bite, it would rather not waste the good stuff.
There we go.
Wow. It'd be kind of like our neighbors and the booze and the... Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Still, Deepak was very lucky. And bizarrely, Deepak isn't the only kid who's been bitten recently. Or who had bitten back recently. Yeah.
Now, I had a story of a little girl who stuck it in her mouth and bit the head right off.
In Turkey?
I don't know where that was.
2-year-old girl playing in her village of Kantar?
Yes, that was her. We did that a while back.
Yeah, she was screaming, and they come out, and she's got a snake bite on her. She got a snake bite on her lower lip and a dead 20-inch snake between her teeth. My God, there's a movie in that.
You bit me, so you get bit right back.
There is a movie in this. I'm serious. Venom my earlobes. The girl spent 24 hours under observation at the hospital, but she had no signs of, our word for the day, envenomation either.
By a slitherine.
Or maybe she was just as lucky as Deepak.
By the way, those slitherines are the cobra equivalent of our Marines. They're
really?
tough.
I thought it was a house at Hogwarts.
I think you're probably right.
Okay.
The Dallas Museum of Art is assessing the damage to several ancient objects after a man reportedly broke into the museum and smashed them. Officers...
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, a guy broke in and smashed them.
Just... What, it was Tuesday? You had nothing better to do?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Officers responded to a burglary in progress at the museum, and the suspect had already damaged several ancient artifacts.
Of course.
Museum did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Damaged items.
They were mostly in the corner going, why did you do that?
Leave Brittany alone.
What is this problem?
The damaged items include a Greek bowl from the 6th century BCE.
No, BC. Thank you.
You're welcome. Featuring vignettes of Hercules grappling with a Nemean lion.
I saw his cartoon. He was wonderful.
A red figure Pyxis, or cylindrical container with a lid from the 5th century BC.
So like a large coffee can.
Yeah, I think. A ceramic amphora from the 6th century BC.
I don't have one of those.
A ceramic container by a contemporary Native American artist. All of these things were about 58 years old. The items are insured and
worth, give or take, $58.
Yeah. Well, they say 1 million, but 1 million is
close
roughly
to
58. Yeah. Or more. But the actual cost of the destruction will not be known until after an official damage assessment, once these guys stop weeping, apparently. The perpetrator was not trying to steal the artifacts. When asked why.
Why? Why would you do this heinous thing?
21-year-old Brian Hernandez, who's 58, said he was mad at his girlfriend.
Well, then, let him go.
You can see why.
Now it makes perfect freaking sense.
Doesn't it, though?
Keith Tyson, Sheffield, England, maintained a striking topiary that he calls Gloria in his front garden since 2000. Now, for those of us...
Gloria.
And I keep thinking of the other, there was a disco song.
Oh, was there?
Helen
Like
Gloria.
Oh, and Gloria.
Gloria.
Yeah. Wasn't that Kim Carnes?
No, thanks. Now you got me wondering.
Well, who cares?
I do. It was quick. You hop on the Google machine. I'll do the story.
Fine.
Anyway, he's kept Gloria in his front garden since 2000. If you're not from Britain, front garden would be their lawn. The bush depicts a woman lying back in a reclining position with her knees bent.
Laura Branigan.
That's her. But this was Gloria. Singing Gloria. Anyway, according to MSN, Tyson has a problem with random drunken louts entering his yard, usually during the night, and becoming, shall we say, intimate with the shrub. For one thing, he said it annoys him because the noise wakes him up.
Yeah, all right. It would, wouldn't it?
But more disturbing, the actual act damages Gloria's figure. I think my wife has mentioned that. Someone will squeeze parts, he said, and that will damage it. They're climbing up on top and pulling the legs apart, and it's really actually just disgusting. Now Tyson is begging his community to leave Gloria alone.
Leave Brittany alone.
One Twitter user suggested he grow a thorny vine.
Like it. Ooh, I like it.
Grow the thorny vine through various parts of her to deter the assaults.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Gloria.
Those Brits.
Why would you make a topiary of a chick looking like she's ready to get laid in the first place?
For art?
Well, that answers that. Not adequately or satisfactorily, but it answers it.
Well, then, you got to figure out which art. Yeah.
Carney?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.